emails play a vital role in the lives of most of us. Be it professional communication or personal communication, we are required to send and receive emails multiple times in a day. When it comes to emails, there are various elements which we pay adequate attention to. Primarily the content and the subject in terms of what our email or what we are trying to communicate. However, there are also points which we may not pay too much of attention. So, although what we need to communicate primarily the actual subject or the goal or objective of the communication, that we think about in a very close manner. However, at times, the exact subject line of our emails, we may not put too much of thought. I would share with you 5 important points through which you can craft impactful subject lines which will motivate the recipient or the receiver of your emails to consider opening that particular email on a much more proactive mode or much quicker. So, this is what I would share with you. The points one by one are: first, always ensure that the subject line and the content within your email have the element of relatability. So, whatever you're trying to communicate, the heart and soul of your email, that should resonate through your subject line. So, don't craft a subject line which would have a completely different meaning, and when someone opens the email, there's a totally different meaning. So that would actually impact your positioning, and it may lead to the recipient not taking your emails very seriously. It may be very highly possible that the recipient may delay opening your emails or not open your emails at all. So having relatability, whatever the content is of the email, your subject line has to mirror that in some manner. The second point is your subject line needs to be short, crisp, and compact. I come across many emails where individuals send subject lines with multiple words or even sentence or sentences. So now that's not the way it should be. The subject line should be short and compact. That's when someone would possibly have the interest or derive the understanding pertaining to what your email is all about. Put yourself in the other person's shoe. Would you like getting an email with a subject line of several words? So what I suggest is a good subject line of an email should not have maximum more than 5 words. So the lesser the better. If it's a single word or 2 words, great. However, definitely not more than 5 words, in case you want to ensure that the subject line of your email is impactful. The third element is pertaining to what you should not be doing, pertaining to the subject line of your emails. So never send emails with the subject line words mentioned in capitals. I come across such emails. Also, please don't use jargon or abbreviations. Please ensure complete clarity in terms of the subject line. Also, what you need to do is, in case you are using symbols or possibly emojis, please use it very sparingly or don't use it at all. So for example, you're sending an email to someone or a group of people pertaining to your organization's growth, and there you require to put a symbol like a rocket ship. You can do it sparingly. However, please don't do it always, because that's not the right practice, and that may create an artificial sense of urgency which you don't want. So when it actually resonates well with your content, and a few times you can use it, however not always. Also ensure that the subject line of your emails don't create a false sense of urgency. Don't put in symbols like currency marks or dollar signs or rupee signs. That's also not required, and that should not be done. So creating an artificial sense of urgency is also something which you should not do. Just because you want someone to open your email, that may actually work once, however it would not work always. So understand that your job is to ensure that your positioning and personal branding is at the highest level, and you don't need to get into something where that would get impacted. Be truthful, try to communicate or create or craft a subject line which has connection with the content and where you're not trying to sensationalize or push someone to open the email and be disappointed. So once a person opens an email with a lot of expectation and gets disappointed, then again it's going to backfire. So these are points you should not engage in. The fourth point pertains to variety. So many a times we put or send similar emails to an individual or a group of individuals. So there, as the adage or proverb goes, variety is the spice of life. So there, although your content may be similar, you can work towards incorporating or crafting different or distinct subject lines for such emails so that both you as well as the recipient of the email, they feel happy that they're getting to see something new. I also understand that most of us, including me, are not very creative, and creating or crafting a variety of subject lines, especially for the same topic or the same content or similar content, may not be that easy. So that's why you can take the support of AI tools. AI tools can enable you or support you with synonyms, different words with the same meaning, but bringing a lot of variety and ensuring that it has that particular novel feeling. That support you can definitely get by utilizing AI tools. The last point you will need to incorporate or possibly think about in terms of subject line is to ensure that you have action verbs as a part of a subject line. So action verb should ensure or motivate someone to open your email, read the content and act on it. So for example, in case you're sending an email to someone to join a meeting, so there instead of maintaining the subject as just meeting, you can mention join the meeting. So there's definitely call to action, and that also has the element of action verbs which can actually provide this particular sense to someone that they need to act on it. So these are the 5 points which, in case incorporated, you can craft impactful subject lines within your emails. So summarizing these 5 points, the first point is relatability. Ensure that your subject line and content are relatable. The second point is your subject line should be short, crisp and compact. The third point is please don't utilize caps or jargon within your emails. In case you're using symbols, please utilize it very sparingly. The fourth point is variety. Try to ensure that similar emails or emails with similar content, you try to craft a variety of subject lines. You can take support of AI tools so as to make it much more interesting for the recipient. And last, however not least, incorporate action verbs within your subject line to make it more impactful and to ensure that people are motivated to open and read your emails. Thank you very much for your time.